Good morning all, CamelbackTrading.org coming to you this Wednesday morning, January 13th, and we are looking at the SPY ETF's market profile here on Window Trader. And after testing the bottom of the balance yesterday in F period, only to have it reverse and basically close in the middle of this 4-day balance, sellers again are attempting to push towards the lower end. Remember, yesterday was inside day rules, and balance rules. Well, this morning, again, balance rules are in the forefront if we are attempting to come out of balance. If we take out yesterday's low, good chance we're going to at least test the bottom of this balance rather than just get above it. Russell had a lot of things going for them yesterday. They had a gap that was holding. They had the afternoon pullback low. They had 9 wide. They had a price probe. Right now, I mean, it's still early. We still have 75 minutes to go prior to the opening. But right now, the price probe is being rejected, and they're trading right at their POC from yesterday. They still have the afternoon pullback and the gap to lean on. Triple Qs, pretty much the same story as us on the intraday yesterday, but they are one-time framing down 2 days as opposed to us where SPY and ES are in balance. But again, they're below value, lower end of balance for early this morning. So let's go over our destinations and a game plan. So right now on the upside, my pre-market high, I just want to make sure these numbers are accurate as of right now. 370. Okay, so I apologize. The upside destinations. Now remember, we had the POC that I had to change to an upside destination. Right now, if we don't gap lower, right, there's still a possibility. If we gap lower, then yesterday's low would be the first upside. But right now, your first upside destination would be the 10 wide POC at 378.85. Then above that, we have our overnight high of 379.36. Yesterday's high 379.86. And a daily high of 380.58 for the downside. Right now, our pre-market low, well, the afternoon pullback low, I'm still going to use K's low. We still have 75 minutes. You could rally. But if we open below K's low, the afternoon pullback is gone. And then we would have, for now, 377.24, which is our overnight low. 376.36 yesterday's low, 375.91 the bottom of the 4-day balance, and you should have the other ones I gave you. And believe me, they get wider and wider and further apart as we go down. So, game plan for this morning. Market in balance, in value. Well, we're not in value right now, but a market in balance is waiting for more market-generated information. Right? We said this was a very, very visual area where so much business was done in a tight range. At some point, we are going to get away from it. The question is, will it be to the downside or the upside? Again, this morning, they're attempting it to the downside. Now, can you take a long against yesterday's low? You can. You will have lower value to start the day if you do that. And if you get below yesterday's low, I would think the odds of testing the bottom of the balance are very, very good. So I'd really monitor that trade rather closely. It's 45 cents between yesterday's low and the bottom of the balance. So it depends how much heat you want to take. As far as put play, again, in the next 75 minutes, if we gap lower, I would look to take a put play. I'd be out if the gap fills. If we get below the 4-day balance and with acceptance, meaning the gap's holding, we're one-time framing down, well, then I would certainly just be looking for shorts until that changes, as we should get acceleration down to this area where the single prints were. That's if we are to gap lower, or if we don't gap lower, but we finally take out yesterday's low and get acceptance below the 4-day balance, again, I'd be looking for nothing but shorts. If the bottom of this balance holds and we ever get back into yesterday's value at some point, then things change dramatically. Again, inside CamelbackTrading.org's voice channel room, you're getting this play-by-play, up-to-the-date trade ideas and a live streaming market profile all day. And then chart-wise, again, I'm just going to show you the weekly and the daily. So the weekly had an outside week up. So far, it has not produced. You want to see continuation after that. Now, are we above that previous week's high, 374.66? We are for now. It will be interesting if we get to the bottom of this 4-day balance and take it out. We are certainly going to clash with this weekly high, and then below that are the single prints that I talked about. So those will become very visual areas if we take out the 375.91 level. But for now, the outside week up has not produced at all for the buyers. Daily, plain and simple, 4-day balance. If we come out of today to the downside, for sure you're going to test the bottom of the 4-day balance and we see if it holds again. You don't want to keep testing those levels, right? It's like a chicken pecking you to death. If it holds, great. If it doesn't hold, then again, we're going to start probably getting some acceleration down to those single prints. And look, this is the next level. It's a 7-day balance, and the bottom of that is 364.82. So very visual levels. First, you'd stop at the 369.12 level, but again, these are some very visual levels that the market has to be aware of, and 364.82 is this month's low so far. So I don't think buyers want to test the bear's patience by getting acceptance below this 4-day balance. What's acceptance? Well, for number one, it's closing below there, for sure. Now, again, one day doesn't make a market, so if we close below there, it doesn't mean it's the end for the buyers. But if you are to close below this 4-day balance and then start one-time framing down the daily, well, then again, this whole balance becomes your destination. Good luck trading today. Have a great day, and we'll recap at 4 p.m.